just read an article about the health benefits of cold showers. Tried taking a cold shower today, you guys. Was not a fan. I don't like starting my day seeing my penis look really shriveled and tiny. And hopping into the cold shower after that's pretty brutal. My name's Matt Kinney. Dude, people made fun of me growing up because I was like overweight in elementary school. They called me Fat Matt. Then I lost the weight in middle school. They called me Skinny Kinney. Alright? Now get this, alright? In high school, nobody talked to me. This is kind of cool. I just found out the male G-spot is in the prostate, and the only way to get to it is through the asshole, which I think is kind of cool. I think finding the male G-spot is kind of like finding the remote in the couch. You spend a long time looking for it, and you realize you've been sitting on it the whole time. My therapist thinks a lot of my depression comes from what she calls mind reading. So I assume I know what other people are thinking about me, and that it's negative, and that causes me to be depressed. She did not tell me that, but I know that's what she's thinking. I just ran into my ex-girlfriend I hadn't seen her in like over a year. I asked her if she wanted to have makeup sex. She said no. She made me take the makeup off before we had sex. This new girl I'm dating, she just found out she's allergic to latex, actually. She found out she kept getting this rash around her vagina. She looked it up. It turns out it's caused by the latex in condoms. The only problem is that we actually have not had sex yet. So, I think either she's cheating on me or I need to quit fingering her after I make balloon animals. One of those. I was walking in my neighborhood recently. I got bit by a dog, a pit bull. It had my foot in its mouth for like 20 seconds. I don't know why that's funny. But pit bulls' jaws are so strong that there's really like nothing you can do once they get a hold of you. But I found out afterwards there is one thing you can do. It sounds weird. If you stick your finger in the pit bull's ass, it gets it to release its jaws. And that surprised me personally because I am pretty sure that's why the dog was biting me in the first place. It's too bad. It's been a tough few weeks for me. My grandpa actually passed away pretty recently due to organ failure. It was pretty brutal. His piano broke, so he shot himself. Happens. I also grew up in Iowa. My grandpa, though, he was really ignorant growing up. Like, he still used the phrase colored people when I was a kid. So when I was like 7, I had to tell my grandpa, listen, Grandpa, you can't call them colored people, they are called the Power Rangers. So, ignorant piece of shit. I have a really conservative uncle back in Iowa. He was recently passed up for a promotion at work, and his boss told him it was due to seniority. And he immediately used that to blame Mexicans for stealing jobs in this country. I guess he thought someone named Senior Eddie stole his job. Fucking idiot. Alright. I just went back home to Iowa to see my family. It's kind of hard being around my family because they all drink and I don't drink anymore. I take alcoholism pretty seriously because when I was a kid I was hit by a drunk driver. I was 7 years old and I was in the passenger seat and we pulled up to a stoplight. We go and then bam, just like out of nowhere, my dad slapped me in the face. So it's too bad.